This is a lot of mail. I was wondering why the post office called me and said, hey, you need to pick this up now. My post office box is about the size of this. Yeah, the other ones are too expensive and it still wouldn't fit this. So they put it to the side. But I had no clue. This all came like pretty much at one time here, and I had to put it all to the side since we did the last fan mail video. But we are going to be opening up everything you see here in this video. Let's go ahead and do it. And if you guys don't know, all of this mail is going to include all the stuff that we love right here on this show. All things animation, and of course, a whole lot of nostalgia. So let's go ahead and get right on into it. Let's start with our first box. We're gonna start with the biggest one here, actually. Let's do it. This one's coming from Noah Granillo. Noah Granillo from California. So thank you so much, Noah. Let's go ahead and do it. Oh, I already like the way this is going. I can see a little green label right there at the bottom. If you guys don't know what a green label is, it is SpongeBob. Of course, you guys can tell if you don't know already. I collect a lot of SpongeBob. But that is the first line of products, so you know it's vintage. Let's see what we got here. We have, ooh, the Patrick. Oh, and it's got the KB sticker, the KB toy sticker on the back, and it still has the pull tab down there too. Oh, and I love the freaking grandma level Ziploc bag. My grandma used to have like all of her collectibles in like these Ziploc bags like this. That is, oh yeah, that's fresh. There's a reason why grandmas did it, because it works. Grandmas know what works. But yes, this is the Patrick Yak and Smack. So these plushies, how they would work is, well, let me grab one. You smack them, and they have sound effects. Just like that. So this one's green label too, but this one has a tag on it. They had different variations of them, and by far the coolest ones are the ones that come in these boxes. But I do not have the Patrick one. I'm kind of interested on what dialogue Patrick has, but I'd have to pull that tab and maybe it would work if it still has any battery juice in there left. We're gonna keep it as is for right now. But there's also the SpongeBob one on the card here too. Yes, so like there we go. This is the same one, but come on, with the box, dynamic accents of other characters featured on it, without the box. Fair enough, but this one's better. The box version, also with the tab not pulled. A freaking awesome combo there. So now we've got both the Patrick and the SpongeBob one. Dude, thank you so much. That's so sweet. I saw another one in there. It must be the other SpongeBob one. What even is this? There's a Gary one? There's a Gary one! Dude, I had no clue there even was a Gary one. What in the world? There's a Gary. So on the back of the boxes of these ones, you can see it's got SpongeBob, Patrick, and SpongeBob. I had no clue that there was a Gary one. Well, actually, I do have this Hula one in the collection, but it doesn't have the box. So I never knew there even was a Gary one. Oh, now I'm really curious what he says. So look at him, he's so cute. His little freaking mouth just grinning there. And he speaks English, Spanish, and also French. How do you say meow? And 2 other languages. I need to know. This actually, I think the only one I need left now is the Karate SpongeBob, which I also didn't know was a thing like in a box like this. The Karate one is the last one that I need now for the Yak and Smack green label SpongeBob figure plushies. Thank you so much, dude. Holy crap. Now, what are these? You're breaking my brain here. Like, what is this? Nick Asia, SpongeBob, Strawberry, Daifuku. What? What the hell's a Daifuku? This is so clean. Look, you got SpongeBob's face on there. You got a couple of the floral patterns, and there's also other flavors. This is Bob. What year is this from? Is this 2024? So this is a modern thing you could pick up in, I'm assuming Japan, but it's Nick Asia. Yes, Tokyo. So this is from Tokyo. Oh, and the other flavors are in here too. We got Mr. Krabs. We got Mr. Well, he's just Patrick. He doesn't have a surname. We got Patrick. We got Squidward. And he's doing the Japanese thing. He's doing the thing in Japanese. And there's one more. Oh, this is something else. This is something else entirely. Let's go ahead and take a look at all of these, though. We have Squidward doing the thing on some sparkling water. What flavor is he? What kind of freaking Daifuku are you? Okay, he's also strawberry. This is Squidward. Oh, well, I mean, they're just called SpongeBob Bob. I'm kind of thinking we should just call you Word. What's the word, Squidward? And then we've also got Patrick. I love when they give him like a smile, too. He looks so cute. A lot of times with Patrick, Patrick stuff that go with like the face. Might be a little too good at doing that face. But we got, this is Patrick, not Rick. And it has their silhouettes on there too. Is Squidward doing the thing in his silhouette? Yes, he is. And then the Mr. Krabs. Okay, I think the Mr. Krabs one might be the most fire of all of them because it's got a unique like add-on to it. Okay, Mr. Krabs is also Strawberry Daifuku, and it's got Mr. Krabs on there, but look, it also has some of his little gold coins right there too. It says, this is Mr. Krabs, not Eugene, Mr. Krabs. You call him by his work name. The other ones, they just have like a bubble on there, and then like the Bikini Bottom flowers. The Mr. Krabs one is the only one that sports the coins on there. So I gotta say, that's my favorite. And there's 4 different designs, and we got all 4 of them. Dude, thank you so much. I have no clue how you even got these all the way from SpongeBob, but that, I'll be honest, I just like saying this word a lot. That's a lot of Daifuku. Thank you so much. Okay, then what do we have here? We have, oh, we have a Shining Fate Pokemon tin. And it's still sealed too, and it's got Kyogre on it. Okay, we're gonna have to open these up on the show. You guys know I love opening up packs whenever we get a chance to. And also Pokemon Scarlet and Violet blister packs, dude. Thank you so much. I actually have not opened up Pokemon cards in so long because over here in my area, California, we can't find none, man. There's really nothing to even open. So I've just been opening up some of the Japanese packs when I get a chance to, but thank you so much. Let's see if we can pull something sick really quick. All right, we got Wattrel, and what is that? We got Halucha there, the freaking karate kicking bird. All right, we got Pawmot, we got Cloth, and what is that? What is that? Abrolive. This is one of those new Scarlet and Violet Pokemon. I know Smoliv, but I didn't know it had evolved into that. We have the rare candy. Shout out to my Game Shark, maybe the coolest kid in school. And we got Armor Rouge on the last card. You know me, guys. I don't usually have the best luck when it comes to opening cards. But it was fun. That's what matters, right? All right, Shining Fates, we gotta get something sick. Come on. All right, we got Horsey, and what is that? What did I get? I can't see it. Shiny Scovette. We got a shiny Pokemon. Okay, now that's what I'm talking about. I could literally do this all day. Opening up cards is so much fun. We've got Boss's Orders with Lysander. And then we got the freaking steam engine of Pokemon. We got Volcanion. Look at them. And we got the Mewtwo coin. You've heard of Mewtwo Returns. You've heard of Mewtwo Strikes Back. This is the trilogy. Mewtwo strikes once more. But you can tell he watches this show because there's a little bit of everything that I love. Let's see here. What do we got here? We got something big. Let's see what this is. Oh, what in the heck? These are my first bear bricks. These are my first bear bricks ever. The Ren and Stimpy bear bricks. What the heck, dude? Thank you so much. Oh, man. These are so sick. I know that they're super rare, dude. So I'm like, do I open them? I just think that they would look so much cooler out of the box. You know, these are going to stay in my collection forever. So, like, I don't really mind opening them up as much. It does hurt a little bit because I know that they are really rare, and some people are probably like, ugh, right now at the fact that I'm opening them. But man, this is just too sweet, and I gotta put these in the collection. And you can't see them in the box. Like, I want to be able to get them. Oh my goodness, dude. I can kind of see why people collect these so heavy. Dude, those are so clean, man. So there we have the Stimpy one. You guys will get some nice close-up 360 shots, and they're also articulated. You can hear that's so satisfying. They like click into all the positions, so you could set them down, you can put them however you want to. That is unbelievably great quality. Leave it to Japan, man. And then here we have the Ren one. So the reason why they're called bear bricks is because obviously you can see they're in the shape of a bear. They have a lot of other characters. We'll put some examples up on screen. Other brands that they do collaborations with, but they're always in the shape of a bear, no matter who the character is. So the fact that we have Ren and Stimpy represented as bear bricks is huge for the collection. They're so cute too. Oh my goodness, dude, thank you. They are gonna be going right back here with the Ren and Stimpy stuff. We're gonna have to make some space. There's a couple things over there that I've been ready to move anyway. So these are gonna go right back here with the Ren and Stimpy items. Those are fantastic. Thank you so much. We'll be adding a label on those as well with your name. Thank you so much again, dude. Okay, so that was the end for that package, but what a freaking haul, man. We got the Japanese SpongeBob drinks. We got the elusive Secret Gary. So secret, I just didn't know about it. And the Bear Brick Ren and Stimpy. What a fantastic start. Thank you, and let's check out the rest of the packages. They're just gonna hang out with us right here. Noah, those are our first Bear Bricks to the entire cavern collection, so thank you again. I will be labeling those with your name on it, and it'll be the history of our first Bear Bricks. What do we have here next? This one comes from, it doesn't say who sent it, but it's from Amazon. Let's see it. Oh, yes. No, wait, there's a note in here, hopefully. Enjoy your gift. It just says enjoy your gift. Oh, there's no name. Thank you, whoever sent this uncredited. This is the King Jellyfish. Let's get his crown up. You know, you gotta make sure a king looks his best before you show him to the public. Let's get his crown together there. This is Snyderia Rex.
Yummy.
We've got these King Jellyfish. He's so squishy too. With the removable crown. I'm officially, with the license crowned and all, King Raptor. That is so, you can just kind of, you know, this is off his shift when he's just jellyfish, a big jellyfish guy. But then when it's about his business, it's about his work shift, he's the king. That is fantastic. And I have no doubts that down the line, this is going to be one of the more rare plushies for SpongeBob that exists. Because what are the chances they are going to make another King Jellyfish plush ever again? This is made by the brand Stuffimals, and they made this one as well as the Flying Dutchman. And I give them so much credit because they've been making so many unique plushies. We very well may never again, or at least for the next 10, 15 years, 20 years, get another King Jellyfish plush. In fact, it took 25 years for us to get one. So the chances of getting these being available ever again is very, very slim. So thank you so much for sending this in. What a freaking day. You guys have made my whole month here. All right, so on to the next one. Let's see what we got here. This one is from Jonathan Cosby. Jonathan, thank you so much. Let's see what we have here. Okay, so we have a note in this one. Thank you so much again to whoever sent the King Jellyfish. I wish I got a name just so I can give you a proper thank you, but thank you nonetheless. We got Greetings Marcus. Oh man, you got the freaking laminated paper. It's like a Kodak photo stock. Literally Kodak moments. Dang, nice quality, dude. Marcus, been watching. I'm gonna take this stupid thing off. He's gonna save this clip for his memories, and it's gonna be this doofus with this plastic bag on his head. Maybe he saves it, maybe he doesn't, but just to help, just in case, I'm gonna take my my plastic do-rag off. All right. Been watching you since last year. Yesterday the county fair came into town and there was a small clothing tent. I saw this Gengar hoodie. I like where this is going. So I went to buy it for you. When I told them who it was for, they actually gave me a discount. Shout out to the merchant if they watch the show or just for hooking you up, dude. I'm sorry it's small. They were out of your size, but at least you can display it. Also enjoy the SpongeBob drawing I made on my phone. Jonathan, aka Light Glare. And yes, that is a really good image of SpongeBob there. We've got the classic SpongeBob floating up towards the top of the sea there. Thank you so much. And then Gengar. Oh, dude, this is freaking tough. Okay, so we have the Gengar hoodie right there. That is a mean design in the best way possible. Oh, dude, he's like conjuring up. He's got the classic evil unibrow there. He's conjuring up a nasty, nasty freaking shadow ball. That is fantastic, man. Thank you so much again, Jonathan, or Light Glare. All right, now this one is from Daniel White from Florida. Daniel, thank you so much. Okay, so let's see here. On top, there is another piece of cardboard. Let's see, this looks like it's protecting something, so I'll put that to the side. We have, oh, that's really like unique. This is such a product of the era it was in. Let me just put this to the side here. We'll check out everything. This is such a product of the era. This is, I almost want to bet $1 million this is 2020. Yup, this is a Nickelodeon 2020 property of Nickelodeon Studios mask. So back in the day that's actually the same logo we have right here in the chair. If you look at the chair and look at the logo, that's the exact same logo we have right there. It's the same time period. Back in the 2000s. Oh yeah, also say what's up, Little Bear.
You always make me happy.
You've been there for 2 fan mail episodes. They might not be tired of seeing you, but I am a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. But back in the day, Universal Studios Florida all of the products that the crew that was working at the Nickelodeon studios on location, they would have these shirts that said property of Nickelodeon Studios crew, and they would have shovels that had that, hard hats that said that. Pretty much everything had this stamped on it. So it's a reference to that era, kind of made as a mask. But I also find a lot of this stuff, there's a couple products I have like this that are just a perfect tell of the time. For example, I have one which is, I knew that when they made those things, so I tried to pick up as much of them as I could. I have a SpongeBob door opener where it's like a handless door opener where it's like SpongeBob's hands designed to kind of help you push the door handle down as well as hook the door and like pull it as well too. And it's got a little touch stylus on it too, so if you're using your debit card somewhere, you can use a stylus on it instead of having to use like your finger. Because at that time, you know, the way things were, like people were really like worried about, you know, the germs, possible spreading, all that stuff. So every brand, of course, was also trying to capitalize on that a little bit. Like, okay, everybody's got to wear these mask things, you know, so this is happening. I mean, why not just make ours and throw a Viacom stamp on there? So I just collected it as a Nickelodeon fan. You know, that's a piece of history. We all kind of lived through that time in history. So as a collector, this is really cool, and it's partnered with Save the Children. So this is a really unique item. So thank you. Like, I don't even know if you knew how awesome I was gonna think this was. I think you thought I would. I think it was cool, but I love the fact that it's from 2020. But there's also this too, brand new spanking. You hear that? Still saran wrapped hits from Nick Records. So this is a Nick Records compilation album of some of the biggest hits from Nick at that time. Why have I not heard of all these songs before? So you have So Long, Blues Clues Boogie. I feel like I've heard that one. Rapunzel from Chalk Zone, Jimmy Neutron, Go Jimmy by Aaron Carter, Oswald's Opening, of course. But I've never heard this one, My Mike. Nick Cannon featuring Biz Markie from his forthcoming album, Nick Cannon. Ryan, let's hear My Mike. That was either bad or good. I can't hear it, but you guys did. I predict it being okay. But it's still sealed too. Thank you. That I do not have this Nick record in my collection. And there's also this too, the Fisher-Price Interact Krusty Krab Adventures here. It's a book that connects to a plug-and-play game that you can play on your TV.
Have you ever been jellyfishing? It's one of my favorite sports. We could also make music, la 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 la, with the Jellyfish Sting Orchestra.
But any new SpongeBob item is always welcome to the collection. This is from the green and white label era too, so this is new. But you know what's interesting is that I think that they made a small mistake on the bottom here, because they actually have all the trademarking info for Barney on the bottom, but they also have it for, maybe it's just because they're featured on the back here, but there's a trademark for Barney on there, but I guess just for that singular image that's there on the side, like, huh. But thank you so much. That is great. But what is this? I'm very interested into this right here because you have it protected. Let's see here. Oh, it looks like there's a note in here, so maybe this is where your note is. Comfort Cartoons. Included in this folder are storyboards from the show Cat Scratch. These are actually Xerox copies, but anything from the production of this show is still incredibly rare. Heck yeah, dude. The fact that there was Xerox, like, because that's what they would do often back then, in order to spread them out to like the entire crew. They would make one copy, of course, but like, why redraw everything, obviously? So in order to get these storyboards to all the different members of the team that needed them to work on the episode, they would Xerox copies of them. I bought this from the estate of Wendell Washer, who worked as a storyboard artist on this show. I love your channel and keep up the great work, Daniel. Dude, thank you so much. I will cherish these always. What I'm curious is, like, how did you even find an estate? Like, I go to, like, you know, flea markets, and like sometimes I get lucky and they have like some pretty cool lockers, and I'm connected with a few people that I go into, you know, check out some lockers, but usually they're just normal people. Curious is, did he know it was going to be like a storyboard artist's like estate sale before he went, or was he going to the estate sale and then found that out once he was there? Because man, I want to be on whatever list that is. That's X 2000s cartoon show workers estate sales.com, where you can just be on the mailing list for that. And I'll be there. But let's take a look here. I'm gonna not talk as much here for a brief moment because I have a tendency to over enunciate things. And wow, this is beautiful. So let's see here. There's actually 2 pages on here, and here we have it. Absolutely gorgeous. Dude, thank you so much. And yes, I can say I've not really seen There's a couple shows you don't really see a lot of production material for, and it's like this show, and also like Danny Phantom, a few other ones, because with, for example, like SpongeBob, Rugrats, you can find a lot of production material because basically everything was done by hand, so everything was physical. Well, SpongeBob after the first season, you already know that though, I'm sure. But with this show, it was all done digitally, so only a few things were done by hand, so that was pretty much the storyboard, and then they would pass that over to get it Xerox, and then from there, everything was digital from there forward. So these are so cool. Are they connected to each other? Okay, yes, so these are connected to each other. So we have Mr. Blick here. I can't remember all their names. There's Waffle, I think, Mr. Blick, and then I can't remember like the Irish kind of cat's name. But those two, Mr. Blick and him, are running. They look at some art, they keep running, they go into a door, and then Mr. Blick goes into the door, and then the Irish, you know, chubbier cat runs back to grab Waffles, I believe, and then pulls him in through the same door. So they are connected to each other. These are beautiful, dude. Thank you so much. 2005 Viacom trademarking on the bottom there too. Thank you so much. This is unbelievably cool. Dude, thank you again. I'm gonna put it right here between the cardboard for right now as we check out the rest of these packages, but definitely, dude, I gotta get these inside of more permanent protection here, and these will stay in the archive forever. Thank you. Big shout out again to Daniel. This is insane. You guys are so sweet. Literally nobody can tell me different. I have the best audience on the entire internet, dude. Like, we may not be the biggest channel in the entire world, but you know what? Freaking from the whole team that works on this show to you freaking people that watch it, we have the most darn heart. I will say that for sure. That is crazy. Thank you so much, man. To all of you guys. Let's see what we got here next. We got this one coming in from Bonnie Powers from Canada. Thank you so much. That's a far away as well, too, from Oshawa, Canada. Thank you. All right, let's see what we have in here. It's Waddles! It's Waddles! He's so cute. He's so chunky. Waddles, oh, that's so adorable. You know what? This would go perfect with the Dipper and Mabel that I got in Nickelodeon Universe. I know it sounds weird because it's not Nickelodeon, but watch the series. There's a playlist, okay? You'll figure out why I got it there. But this would go perfect with it. It's like a little proportionately sized Waddles for those plushies. Let's see, there's a note here too. Thank you so much, Bonnie. He's so cute. He's even got a little pigtail that you can pull on. I found this Waddles plush locally in Canada. I wanted to send him to you for your Disney Gravity Falls collection. Hopefully, he can keep Mabel company on your shelf. Yes, that is so perfect. You are so sweet. Thank you, Bonnie. Appreciate it. Okay, next up here, this one comes from Courtney Thornton. And I already know Courtney always puts some, yep, I knew it, some epic shirts in all of her packages. She always finds like some of the sickest art. And I mean, you've seen me wear a couple of her shirts here on the channel. Oh my gosh, that is just dope. Invader Zim, world domination, and you've got Gurr here about to freaking chomp down on one of his cupcakes. That is a freaking fantastic shirt. Absolutely fire. And it's always my size too, which I appreciate so much. Thank you. We'll expect to see me wearing this on the show too very soon, Courtney. Thank you, thank you, thank you. She always finds shirts that like, because some shirts I'm like, I just put them in the collection because like, you know, you see me pick them up at Five Below. I get them because they're really cool. And vintage clothing now, like, you know, it's like 20 years old, is like pretty hard to find. And I wish I could find more of those like vintage shirts, but I never do. So I collect the modern ones because, you know, years down the line, they will be older shirts and I'm gonna be glad that I picked them up for like $5, you know? But she always finds shirts where I cannot refuse wearing it. Like, I have to wear this. This is just so my style too. That is fantastic, Courtney. Thank you. And I love the freaking cupcake all over his lips too. Okay, what do we have in this one? This one has no name. It comes from Amazon as well. Let's see here. Do we have a note? I knew somehow I was gonna end up with this. I didn't know if I was gonna pick it up while doing like a video or what was gonna be the circumstance, but I knew there was no way I was not gonna have this in my collection. I'm gonna fully unbox it so we can give you guys the best reveal. This is the Gary butt plush. This is from a particular scene where SpongeBob pulls Gary's shell off and then boom.
It's laundry day, Gary. Oops.
All the Gary's freaking junk in his trunk just comes freaking out, man. Is it weird that I'm smacking it? I don't know. Thank you for collecting me, Gary Butt. The design is just called Gary Butt. Thankfully, the underwear is all stitched on there. Gary looks like he was not happy about the construction of said plush. The fact that this is a thing that exists is wild to me, you know? But that's what makes Nickelodeon Nickelodeon, you know? You're not gonna get Mickey Mouse made a butt plush like this. There's no way Disney would approve this. Nickelodeon is always the weird stepchild or like uncle of the cartoon world that always does the strange and odd. And that's what makes it Nickelodeon. So this is so cool, dude. You're gonna be our next special guest over here, Gary. Next to Little Bear. Little Bear, get your arm off of it. That's just weird. You can't handle all the junk in his trunk. It even has a butt crack. There's even a butt crack that you can see in between his eyes there. There's a butt crack. Like, it gives me very like Ren and Stimpy vibes. Like a lot of their plushies were just like super gross for the sake of being gross. That's like just funny though. Thank you so much. There was no note in there. There was just a receipt. So thank you so much for sending me Gary's butt. That's gonna make an interesting thumbnail. This has been one heck of a fan mail, man. We got freaking bear bricks. We got kings. We got sketch production art. We got all that and more. This is crazy. Okay, what do we have here? This is from my man Ian Orchard. Ian has sent packages in before, so thank you so much, Ian. Appreciate you. Let's see what we got. Oh my gosh, hit myself in the chin. Let's see what we got here. All right, Ian, this is sick. I feel like I said your name like Mr. Krabs. All right, Mr. Krabs. All right, Ian. We got the Mystery Inc. license plate. I like that it's black though, because that could actually fit in with my car. This is Mystery Inc. when they're not driving the mystery machine, you know, they're driving around in the undercover dirty RAV4. So thank you. We got a note in this one. Let's take a look. Been a while since I've mailed anything out, but I've recently moved from Texas to Washington, and the antique and thrift stores are so much better here. I look forward to finding more to send on over. Ian, thank you so much. So we have the Mystery Machine license plate here. We have this with the tag still on it. We have the Buttercup, the Angel Buttercup here. She is so cute. Like, that's such a unique style too. We have the Scooby-Doo plush, and look at his little burger there. This is a little chicken patty, actually, like a little chicken cheese, like a chicken sandwich. But he is so thick, and like he's got the beanie bottom here. Does he make sound or something? It's like the cheeseburger maybe makes sound possibly. But the quality on him is fantastic. This is by Applause from 1999. That is incredible quality there. You found this at the thrift store? Dude, actually, like, your thrift stores are insane. Where do you say, Washington? Need to think about that as a possible moving location. To Washington? We have the Velcro Scooby here. So it's like a Velcro Scooby you can attach to your backpack or like your shoulder, whatever you want, pretty much your car. Oh my goodness. That is, my gosh, man. Seriously, your thrift stores are fantastic if you're finding stuff like this. A Johnny Bravo candy watch. It's like a little container that holds candy. It's still got some candy in there. Those are, oh mama, candy still in there. And there's also this Bubbles little like roller here. This is a classic. It still works. Sometimes the batteries still work on them somehow. Now this one's dead too. Usually they are, but sometimes you get lucky. The classic Squeezing Bob here from 2001. This little Dino looks like so Jellystone-esque, like very cool. 1989. And then we also have this right here, this little squeezable like water toy, I think. Yeah, it's like a water squirter of Dino as well. A really nice, I was gonna say Subway. This is a Subway blue here from Blue's Clues. Little sun bleach, but still sick. This little squishable of Mew, one of the Bubble Guppies. And then we've got, Stickity Lickets. Isn't that the guy who made the series of unfortunate events? Stickity Lickets or something, Lemony Snickets? That is crazy. It's a sticker you can eat. Stickers you put on your fruit and you can eat them. That is a unique item to have in the collection. I love that. 2020, we have the Pokemon Ghost Book, 2 SpongeBob. Wow, these are in great condition too. 3 SpongeBob chapter books. I may have some of these in my collection, but if I do, I'm sure they're not in that great a condition. So We might have to swap some of them out. These are freaking clean. Dang, we got Fred Flintstone there sitting on the first iPad ever. We got the Scooby-Doo comic number 32. And then we got the Tom and Jerry comic book too. Man, back when comics were 60 cents, dude. Oh, this is rad. What? 2002 SpongeBob calendar. So this was only like the second year they had been making SpongeBob merchandise. So all the photos on this, like you guys look some close-up shots. Like literally you start off with like one of the most iconic classic SpongeBob images. Like all of the artwork on these are fantastic. The fun one is brilliant. The hand-painted look to it, you just don't get stuff like this these days, man. This is gorgeous. Like every page of it is just so, you know, the bubbles for like, you know, nowadays they make them, they throw a meme picture on there, they put a background, and they give you the basic squares for where the dates are. You've got the bubble layout, the text has the background with some bubbles in it. The images are so rich and vibrant, the pictures on them. This is fantastic. That's like such a grail piece to me, honestly, and it's unused too. Like, yeah, it's like a little bit worn from age, but there's no like writing in there from somebody's dates. I am officially adding these on my checklist. So if there's an earlier calendar than this, I would love to know. I am going to be collecting some of those early years. At least like, I kind of want to find the first year calendar. If this is the first calendar, that's even more mind-blowing. But if there's one before this, I gotta get that one too, because these early ones are just unbelievable. And then we also have this like very, what is that, 8-piece puzzle, you know, for like literal infants here, of Blue and also Periwinkle. That is so fun though. That was just an unbelievable fan mail. So thank you so much. Appreciate you, Ian, and everybody in this episode. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you guys show them some love in the comments down below, because this episode of fan mail would not have been possible without them. And if you guys are interested in sending some mail, we are getting kind of caught up with the mail, so right now is a perfect time to send it in. The address is on screen if you guys are interested. If you send in letters, I read every single one. If you send in any type of packages, we try to open up as many of them as we possibly can here on the channel. Stay tuned here. There's a couple items we're going to be adding right here into the cavern, and of course all of the Nickelodeon items we added into our archive. But before we go anywhere, if you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here. If you want to support the show further, check out the Patreon. That is in the top of the description. You can sign up for only $2 a month, and when you sign up, you'll get an extended version of this video, ad-free, early release, and also some of the other tiers. We have bonus content, like 2 exclusive series that I only do over on Patreon, so I'd love for you to check those out and be a part of it, and also be a part of our Discord once you join the Patreon. So that information is down below, as well as the link to my Whatnot stream where I'm live every single Wednesday and Friday. I would love for you to come hang out with us live every week. We do giveaways every week too, and when you use my link in the description, you'll get $15 for free just for signing up. So all that's down below. Before we go anywhere, you know the drill. Scan it! Okay, so the Ren and Stimpy Bear Brick are going right up here. I think they're the perfect item to kind of start adding into this section here that was very Rugrats themed. You know, I brought some of those items down here because they are great shelf pieces, but I do want to start adding some stuff in here because this is the Reptar section here, right around the play button. This over here is supposed to be more variety, so it doesn't become too much of just like one thing in that area. And I think they look fantastic. Actually, probably gonna switch them. There we go. So that way Stimpy's actually looking over at Ren. And over here by my SpongeBob karaoke machine, I added the Nick Records album. Okay, and here on our green label shelf, you can see I added the Patrick and the Gary. I do have the SpongeBob one over here too. I thought about moving the gumball machine over there, but I think for right now, he fits in there perfectly. It's really nice and layered having just the Patrick and the Gary one there. Plus, those are definitely the most unique of the ones that I've seen so far. So all of this stuff here, all of these like papers and kind of historic pieces, these are all getting added to our archive, our file archive. I am super pumped about every single one of these pieces. Big thank you to Daniel White and Ian as well, and Sarah Hall. So for the books, I did add a couple of them in here with the rest of the collection, but this is one I wanted to point out because it's the chapter book number 8. I have this one, but it's not the number 8, so it's not a part of the series technically. So since I am working on the numeric series as much as I can, I'm gonna go ahead and probably replace that version of the book with this one. King Jellyfish is over here next to the purple jellyfish of the SpongeBob jellyfishing machine, and the big junk in the trunk Gary is hanging out over here in the VIP section with Little Bear. And the strawberry daifuku is added here with the rest of the food in the food archive. And Waddles really does fit in perfectly here with Dipper and Mabel. Like, that made the setup like complete. Okay, and over here I have all my different like Cartoon Network meal toys type stuff. I love adding these in here. I just added the Johnny Bravo watch there, put a little hook for it. But I mean, this one is also from the same series, Subway. It's like you almost never see these things. So I'm so glad that I've been able to add as many of them as I have. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Fan Mail. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here, Patreon, whatnot. All that information's down below. Again, use my links. That helps out the channel. You can also go check out this video on your screen right here, which is the last episode of Fan Mail. Go take a look at it. When you get over there, it'll also put you on the playlist for the entire Fan Mail series. You would not believe some of the awesome, kind people we have in this community. So go check that out. I'll see you guys over here. And as always, Rat Pack, I'll see you beautiful people in the next one. Adios and bloop.